Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we can jump straight in. We are doing a top 10 list of the best things that you can do in Bali. A lot of people ask us what you can actually do once you get there, so we thought it would be great to go through what we really enjoyed, what we saw other people trying and what they enjoyed, and then you can have some more information for when you are visiting Bali. Thanks for checking back on our channel. Unfortunately, it's just me today, Jamie, but I really like making these talking videos to give you a bit more info about what you can expect and what you can look forward to in Bali. I don't really want to pick favourites, so I'm just going to do in no particular order. However, I do know that this was Aiden's favourite part of Bali, so number one is surfing. Bali has some really amazing surf spots that hundreds, probably thousands of people flock towards. So we saw lots of people surfing in Canggu. We know that they do it at Kuta and Seminyak Beach as well. And a real hidden surfer's paradise is Uluwatu. The water is absolutely beautiful, breaking onto the shore, and we saw so many surfers there. So we tried out a few surf lessons. We are not pro surfers. Being from the UK, it's a little bit harder to go and try out this sport. So we were really excited to give it a go in Bali. We tried out a few lessons. We have some recommendations of people that you can go with to do some lessons if you are not experienced, and you can check out all the places that we just mentioned. If you do have your own board or you want to rent a board, they have lots of them at the beaches, and then you can go into the water and enjoy some surfing whilst in Bali. It's a definite thing that you should not miss while you are here. I was pretty nervous for the first lesson and the second lesson. I get nervous about quite a lot when I'm traveling, so I tried really hard to push myself and have a go, and I really enjoyed it. We found a lot of beginner beaches that you can go to, and the instructors, every single one of them was amazing, really helpful. Even if you're coming from zero ability, they will help you, and you should be able to ride a few waves by the end. And if you are more experienced, then you're gonna absolutely love it. Bali really has some beautiful surf spots. Another top thing that you should definitely throw yourself into when you're in Bali is visiting the beaches. Bali is an island, and because of that, it has some beautiful beaches all the way around the coast. It depends what you want to do, which beach you should choose, but most of them you're going to find beds where you can lay and sunbathe if that's what you like to do, water that you can go into that's safe to go into, and most of the beaches will have little rungs or stores where you can grab drinks or maybe some food. Even some of them we found in Canggu. There's Sandbar, which is a bar that stretches out onto the beach and people are partying. So anything you want to get up to on the beach, you can in Bali. There are some really beautiful places. We found ones with volcanic sand, beautiful white sand, lovely blue water. And in Uluwatu, we didn't really go down to the beaches, but we looked from viewpoints and cliffs and restaurants, and you can just see the beautiful water going into the coast and onto the side of the rocks. Really just throw yourself into enjoying the beaches. Not everyone has them where they are from. Some people might live on a beach. For us, the area that we're from in the UK is quite far from the sea, so we really enjoyed this, and that's why it's definitely a top 10 thing to do in Bali. Another top 10 that we could not miss from this list was climbing mountains. So the first time we were in Bali, we didn't really hear about the mountains that much. I'm not sure if they've got more popular or if we were just pretty ignorant and didn't even realize. But there are lots and lots of mountains and volcanoes over the whole of Indonesia and Bali as well. So the most famous one is Mount Batur. There are many tours that you can go with to go for a sunrise hike, and you will really enjoy it. Even if you are not into hiking or into mountains, it feels like a pretty once in a lifetime experience. We didn't climb Mount Batur though. We opted for a quieter one, and we went to Mount Trunyan instead, which is exactly opposite Mount Batur. So we got amazing views of the active volcano and really had an amazing time. If you're interested in how we did that and what it was like, then we do have a video which we will put in the description below for you to check out. But whichever one you choose, even if you just head to a really small one, then you're going to love the mountains in Bali. It really feels, when you are doing a sunrise hike, you're not really waking up, but waking up in the morning to a sunrise on the top of a mountain. Words can't really explain. The mountains are just beautiful, the views are beautiful, and definitely something that you should include on your Bali trip. Number 4 is another natural occurrence in Bali. So some people might have these and visit them a lot of the time, depending on where you're from. In England, there's not many near to where I am from, unfortunately, but waterfalls. There are so many around Bali. Lots of them you will find clustered together, so lots of people book a private driver that will take you around to all of them. You'll be on the back of a scooter, and maybe it would be a day tour or half a day tour, or if you want to, you can just take your own scooter, which is what we usually did to visit the waterfalls. I think my favorite one, it's in our Ubud vlog. It was called Suwat Waterfall, and it was great. Just a really nice, relaxing place with the water. And there are many others in Bali. You can find them, have a look on the map, search for waterfalls and head there. Get a group of you together, you're going to have a really good afternoon or whole day exploring waterfalls. And next on our list, number 5, is not really an activity, but hopefully something that you're going to do every day, and it is trying the local food, whether it's going to a restaurant or a small warung, which is the Indonesian for a small eatery, so a more casual place to a restaurant, or just grabbing something from the side of the road from many of the street vendors or night markets that are in Bali. You have to try the local food. There are some absolute staples that you shouldn't miss, like nasi goreng, mee goreng, nasi campur. We love all of those, and we found some unusual things as well that we enjoyed trying, and it's really an experience in itself, being able to try foods that maybe you haven't had before and find some real favorites as well when you are traveling. I think it would be a bit wrong to not include this in our list. So number 6 is nightlife. There are in Bali, in Kuta, in Seminyak, in Canggu, and lots of other areas, some great nightlife spots. You can go to sports bars, you can find a lot of live music, like in Ubud. There's lots and lots of bars that have live music most nights, to be honest, and you can enjoy the nighttime. If you like to drink, then it's quite acceptable in Bali. Try not to do it in public, on the streets. Stay to the bars or the clubs if you are drinking, but there are some amazing places that are going to play some good music. You can meet some friends and enjoy the nightlife if that's what you are into. Next, I think, is number 7. So it's already kind of been mentioned, but doing a little bit of shopping at the markets, and especially the markets in Ubud. There's some beautiful art markets where you can pick up some homemade, maybe Balinese souvenirs, or some clothes that you can wear or take back for your family and friends when you are finished. But just walking through these markets, they're always busy, bustling around you, trying to maybe haggle with the vendors. Just being in the markets is a really great experience and a great way to spend an afternoon, even if you're not planning on spending too much money. A good note to add about the haggling is you don't want to be too pushy with it. It's definitely part of Indonesian culture to haggle a little and find the right price that you both agree on. But just our guide is to always be fair. Make sure when you're looking to buy something that you've already got a price in your head that you're happy to pay, and maybe add a little bit onto that, and then try to bring the person down. Not too much though. We want the situation to always be fair for both people. They are going to give you a first price that's going to be a lot higher than they are actually happy to sell things for. So try to knock a little bit off, but if they are not having any of it, just say no, go to somewhere else and go where you are happy to pay the price that you have agreed upon. Try not to get into any arguments. It doesn't usually happen, but just make sure that you're polite when you're haggling. Number 8 is a good one to put on your Bali list, and definitely some top 10 places is visiting the Hindu temples. So we went to quite a few in Bali. The two most famous ones that we went to are Tanalot and Uluwatu temple. We have them in our video, so if you want to see what they are like, you can see, and we will link those below, or check them out on our channel, Jamie and Aiden. We did have different opinions, Aiden and I, about the temples, and everyone that we speak to has different opinions. We thought we would include it on the list because they are beautiful. It is really great to be part of the Hindu culture and see what it's like, even if you are not part of it yourself. Some people might think it's a little bit controversial to go and visit temples. They are a place of worship, not just a place for tourism, but we really enjoy it, going there, seeing what it's like, maybe reading some information about the temple and the importance. So we really liked going to Tanalot, where you could see people actually on the temple using it as it's supposed to be, and Tanalot was so beautiful. It's located off the coast on a little island, so you can walk up to it at the right time of tide, and it's really, really a lovely place. On the flip side, Uluwatu temple we felt was a little more touristy. There wasn't any information for us to learn about the culture, and we think maybe more of the appeal of the temple was going there to take pictures with the amazing scenery. It's all on a long walkway up lots of steps around the cliffside. So I think mostly people go for the pictures, but temples, whatever you're going for, whatever the reason, there are so many, and you should find some to try out and visit in Bali. I didn't really want to scare you off with all of that information. Some people do have different opinions though, so bear that in mind. But if you want to visit a temple, we visited quite a few, and if you like that kind of thing, then definitely head to them. It's part of our top 10. See if you enjoy it. You never really know until you try. And the next one, number 9, I did not want to include on this list, but making it with Aiden, he said that I had to. The monkey sanctuaries. Anyone that has watched any of our videos knows that I am pretty much terrified of the monkeys. I do not like them at all. I think if I was at a zoo and they were behind glass, I would feel very safe and not too scared. But these are sanctuaries. They are not zoos for you to just stare at the animals. The animals are living there, and you are allowed to go into their environment. They are not coming into yours like a zoo. We visited the Ubud Sacred Monkey Sanctuary. It is in our video, and we have lots of information about it, the price and everything like that. So check that out if you are looking to go to that one. But there are quite a few in Bali, and they are really beautiful places, especially the one that we visited. The sanctuary is lovely. Just to be honest, the scenery alone is enough to make it worth the price, but you have the added bonus of monkeys free roaming all around you, and some people absolutely love this. If you pay, you can even get a selfie with the monkey. There will be carers kind of holding them on your lap, giving them food. I did not do this though. I was just too scared. We left pretty quickly when we went, to be honest. I didn't enjoy it that much. I'm happy that I went. It's still definitely on my list of things to do in Bali, and I would probably go again, but I'm only going to go for a little bit of time because I'm pretty terrified. If you're not a wimp like me, then you're going to enjoy it even more. Seeing the monkeys up close and seeing them in their natural habitats is really a great experience and should be on your list when visiting Bali. We've got to number 10 now, and this is a little bit of a cheeky one, exploring other islands. So Indonesia is not just Bali, and if you visit only Bali, then you don't know that much about Indonesia and the difference between each island. We highly, highly recommend exploring other islands. We saw lots of people going to Nusa Penida and Nusa Lembongan. Unfortunately, we didn't have time on our trip this time, so we decided instead to head to the next island along, which is quite a similar size to Bali but not at all as popular as Bali, called Lombok. And from Lombok we also went to the Gili's, which are 3 small islands located just off the coast. So there's so much more to explore in Indonesia than just Bali, and if you stick to just one area in Bali, you're not going to appreciate as much just how beautiful the country is and what it really has to offer. So we highly recommend on your trip in Bali, if you have time, to find some different islands as well. Explore Indonesia a little bit more in depth than just in Bali. So I think that is our top 10 list all finished. I think I've probably missed some, so if you have any additions to this list, any ones that you think are not worth it or ones that we should swap, then let us know in the comments or over on Instagram. We love to see what other people thought, because I just have one opinion. Aiden has a different opinion to me and everyone else does as well. So it's really good to see we can collect all the ideas together and really find the best places to visit in Bali. After you've commented, make sure that you like and subscribe as well. It helps us out and means that we can make more videos for you to enjoy and for you to get information from for planning your Bali trip. Then I guess we will see you in the next video.